Hello, in this video I'll be showing how to edit your outdoor photos when it comes to Photoshop. And in case you want to download this raw image to follow along with this tutorial, simply check the link in the description of this video and don't forget to like this video and subscribe this channel. So in order to edit this very image, we are going to import it in Photoshop and it is going to automatically open up in the camera raw filter. So within the camera raw filter, this is what we have to do: correct the lighting and contrast issues first. So for this, we shall take the highlights down to recover information within address and do the same for the whites, and shall open up the shadows of the image to have more information, especially within the background. And we shall take the black slightly down and add more contrast to the image and open up the overall exposure of this very image. So I'll simply take the highlights even lower to remove this kind of bluish feel or whitish feel on the skin. So after that, I'll simply come and even open up the shadows more and take up the exposure a little bit more. So I feel like the skin tone's a little bit too yellowish. So I'll come to the temperature and I take down the temperature of this very image around 5500 kelvins. I feel like that is okay. This is the before and after so far. So after you have done this, the next step is going to be simply coming to the color mixer and playing around with the colors within this very photo or within this very image. So for this, you shall come to hue, and remember hue is changing a color. So I'll come to the greens and I play around with the greens of this very image. So I feel like the greens have to pop, and I'll play around with the yellows to see what works best for me. So I feel like around here is okay. Then I'll come to saturation, and remember saturation deals with the intensity of a color, and I'll slightly desaturate the greens, especially in the background, and play around with the saturation levels of the yellows. I feel like this is okay. Then I'll come back to the lightness and make the greens in the background a little bit lighter by brightening them. Remember, luminous is how to brighten or how to darken a given color. So I'll come back to my hues. I feel like the greens are a little bit too much or too intense. I feel like 47 is okay, or around 41. So after that, in case you want to make the image pop a little bit more, you can scroll down to your calibration and come to blue primary and take up the slider towards the right hand side, and this is going to make the image pop a little bit more. So after that, click on open in order to open the photo in Photoshop. And in Photoshop, we're going to be doing skin retouching and color grading as well. So right in Photoshop, we're just going to duplicate the background layer by pressing Ctrl J or Command J twice. Then click on that, name it to color. Then double click, name it to texture. So after that, just come to the color layer and turn off the texture layer. Come to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, blur out the textures from the skin. Take the radius slider all the way down and click on the skin and start taking up the radius and stop at the point whereby the details in the skin are just starting to get lost or disappear from the skin. So at around 3, that is when I'm just starting to lose out on the details in the skin. Select the texture layer and now activate it, and simply come to image, apply image, and under apply image, the source is the name of the photo that you're editing. Under layer, select the color layer. The channel is RGB. Blending has to be add because we are editing a 16-bit image. Turn on the invert option. The scale is 2 and offset 0, and you'll have this gray color in the photo. In case you're editing an 8-bit image, make sure after setting the color layer, channel RGB, make sure invert is not turned on. Under blending, make sure it is set to subtract. The scale is 2, offset 128, and you'll have the same result. So mine is 16-bit, so I'll revert the settings to 16-bit settings. Invert, click OK. Change this from normal to linear light and select both layers. Then press Ctrl G or Command G to group this. Open up the groups, select the color layer, deactivate or turn off the texture or high frequency layer. Right click under the brushes, get the mixer brush tool, and for settings, make sure it is a clean brush, and the second option that says clean brush after each stroke is selected. With the weight of 9%, load 75, mix 90, flat 100%. Make sure sample all layers is not checked or turned on. So what do you want to do? Just want to smoothen the skin. So how are we going to smoothen the skin? By painting and evening out. So in order to paint, simply left click and start brushing. Left click and hold down, and you blend the colors within the skin tones. Mix the highlights alone, midtones alone, and the shadows alone. So blend those, and where they're transitioning from one color to another, just use a very tiny brush. And by the way, you can increase or reduce on the size of the mixer brush tool by using the open and close square bracket keys on the keyboard to reduce or increase on the size of the mixer brush tool as you're trying to blend the transitions between the skin tones. So I'll do this just like that, paint, and just do all this. So continue painting on the skin tones, and that is going to create a smoothing effect on the skin tones or skin color of the subject. So I'll paint just like that quickly, and you always have to follow the way the image is flowing. So the brush has to flow in a given direction depending on the shape of the area you're working on. So you can see the tones are flowing in this direction. That is how I have to move the strokes of my brush tool in Photoshop. So do this and use a very small brush to paint on the knuckles of the subject. So I'll increase on the size and I work on the hand or the arm of our model or subject. So we shall scroll down to her legs and also try to paint on the legs. So you can see I'm moving the strokes of the brush in this kind of up and down direction so that I can maintain how light was falling onto the subject's body. So just like that. And by just doing this, you can see the skin is going to be smoothened and it's going to look a little bit smooth. So turn on the texture layer and you'll see or analyze the image before, after, before, after. So after that, you're simply going to come and select the texture layer, come and get the clone stamp tool. And for settings, the mode is normal, opacity in the flat 100%. The sample is set to current layer and aligned is checked. And zoom in and identify the pimples or blemishes on the skin. So zoom in by using Command plus on the keyboard to zoom in. So to remove a pimple or blemish or even a smile line, hold down the Option key on the keyboard. For Windows, it is the alternate key on the keyboard. Reduce on the size and left click to sample. Option left click and release the Option button and left click once again to paint over the blemish. So whichever pimple is located on the skin, you have to keep on sampling and painting by holding the Option key, because these pimples are located in different areas that have different kind of lighting onto the subject. So make sure that you are careful and you locate these pimples and you try to keep on sampling and painting by pressing the Option key on the keyboard or by clicking on the alternate key or button on the keyboard. So I'll do this for the rest of the pimples and blemishes. Option and paint. Command minus to zoom out. So after doing this, the next step is going to be the color grading. So in order to color grade, create a stamp visible layer by pressing Shift Option Command E, Shift Alternate Control E on the keyboard for Windows. Then get the quick selection tool and first of all, let's try to brighten up her legs. So zoom in by using Command plus, get the quick selection tool. It is on the plus or addition icon, and Command plus to zoom in, and to subtract a selection, hold down the Option key on the keyboard and left click to subtract a selection. And here we're just going to do the same for that area. Come and create a brightness and contrast adjustment layer. Then come to the contrast, take out the contrast from the image to around -14 and take up the brightness, and this is going to slightly brighten up the feet or the legs of our subject in this case. So in case the mask doesn't look okay, this is what you have to do. So just come and get the brush tool, normal brush tool. Make sure the mode is set to normal, opacity in the flat 100%, and make sure you have white as a foreground color. And for the settings of the brush, make sure it is a soft round brush. Hit enter or return, and you can even zoom in. And after zooming in, reduce on the size of the brush tool. So to subtract a selection, for example, in the background, you can now switch the brush to black as the foreground color and simply fine tune the masking effect in those areas, especially within the background command minus. So in case it is looking odd or awkward, you have deliberately reduced on the opacity so that it can look a little bit natural and a little bit realistic before after. So it is time to color grade the image so that it can have even skin tone. So create another stamp visible layer by pressing Shift Option Command E, Shift Alternate Control E on the keyboard, and after that simply come and create a new empty layer. Change the empty layer blend mode from normal to color and select the empty layer or the stamp visible layer that we created initially before. Come to select and come to subject so that Photoshop can automatically help us select the subject. In this case, it has done a pretty nice job. So come to the empty layer that we created initially before and get the brush tool. So it is time to sample color on the skin. So how are we going to sample that color on the skin? Look for a favorable area of the skin color you have to sample. Hold down the Option key on the keyboard and left click to copy or to sample a given color on the skin tone of the subject. So don't mind about the inconsistencies within the colors in the image, because we are going to work on those later on. So don't mind in case you chose a very saturated color. So I'll go with that color and left click and start painting over the skin. Don't mind if it is looking a little bit too orange and too unnatural. So the point here is we are trying to create even skin tones for our subject, and we just want to create uniform skin color. So take your time as you're painting. So take your time and make sure that every area that has skin tones or has skin has been painted, especially the ears, because oftentimes we tend to forget paint on the ears of the subject. Don't mind if at all you paint colors that aren't looking a little bit natural and realistic. So I'll try to zoom out and continue painting. So don't mind if we paint extras, because you can always come back and correct or eliminate colors in those areas whereby we may have painted extra colors regarding the skin tone. So I'll just paint just like that quickly and simply. So don't mind if my colors are spilling here and there, because I can always come back and rectify or correct those colors in those individual areas. So I'll come to the legs, and I just want you guys to see the effect. So you can see the legs are also having this nice and beautiful skin tone color, just like that. So by simply painting on the legs, everything or every skin tone color is now nice and even. You can see from up to down, every color is nice and uniform. So I'll come and get the eraser tool, or you can press E on the keyboard to try to erase colors. E for the eraser tool, and I'll increase on the size and paint away colors from areas that I did not want to be affected, especially her outfit in these areas close to her hands, just like that. So take your time as you are eliminating these colors from those areas, even her necklace, just like that. Eliminate those colors. So I'll come to this area between her fingers, or her fingers rather. So I'll just paint just like that, eliminate these colors from these areas. So using a very small brush, I'll paint in between those particular areas to eliminate colors. So press B for the brush and paint the areas whereby you may not have painted, just like that. That part of the arm. E for the eraser tool, and the eraser tool is going to erase or rub away colors from particular or specific areas in the photo or in the image. So I'll come to the lower part of the body and erase the colors from her outfit, just like that. So after we have done this, the next step is going to be coming and creating or making sure that the colors are nice and uniform. So we just want the colors to look as natural as possible. Come to the opacity and reduce on the opacity until when you feel like the colors are looking better than where we started before, after. And after doing this, we are simply going to come and deselect the active selection by pressing Ctrl D, or you can press Command D on the keyboard. Then come and create a hue and saturation adjustment layer. Come to master and select the reds. Come to the lightness of the reds and take that down until when you feel like the skin tones look natural and realistic, and we have gotten rid of that too much orange skin tone. Then you can even as well add a black and white adjustment layer. Change the blend mode from normal to multiply and reduce on the opacity, and that is going to add more contrast, especially to the skin tone of the subject. So after we have done that, we are simply going to come and create a selective color adjustment layer, and for this we just want to eliminate magentas from her skin tone. So we are just going to take it towards the right hand side, and this is going to eliminate the reds from the skin tone of the model or the subject. Then come to the blacks, and for the blacks, come the sun slide and take it towards the right hand side, and this is going to add a kind of cinematic vibe or look to the overall image. So you can say before after, and it has made the image even look way better than where we even started. Now that the skin tone and everything looks nice and even, it is time to do a little bit of eye whitening. So for the eye whitening, we are simply going to come and create a hue and saturation adjustment layer. Take down the saturation to around -79, then press Command I or Command I on the keyboard to invert the effect, and get the brush tool and white as the foreground color. In case you don't have black and white, press D on the keyboard to reset to black and white. So make sure the size of your brush is small enough to paint into a given area like the eyes and the teeth. So I'll just paint in those particular areas. Command minus or Control minus to zoom out. So let's add a little bit of skin glow or skin shine to the model skin. So create a curves adjustment layer and come to this pointer, take it towards the left hand side to brighten up the skin tones. Then right click on this layer and select blending options to open up this layer style dialog box. Blend if set to gray. Come to the underlying layer, take the effect from affecting the other areas of the image until only the highlights in the skin tones are affected. Hold down the option key on the keyboard and split this towards the right hand side until when only the skin tones are affected. Click OK. Click on this layer mask, then press Command I or Control I on the keyboard to invert the effect. Then with the brush tool selected, simply start painting over the skin tone. So you can increase on the size of the brush by using the bracket keys on the keyboard. So I'm just trying to create a beautiful skin glow or skin shine to the model skin. So before after. So just take this down, make sure you reduce on the opacity of this effect, and you can as well come and create the final hue and saturation adjustment layer. Come and target the reds and take down the lightness even more so that the skin tones can look a little bit better and a little bit more realistic. So I feel like that is okay. And you can even take down the saturation of the red slightly so that the skin can look better and a little bit more realistic. So let's save this very image. So simply come to File, Export, and come to Export As, and it's going to open up the Export As dialog box right here in Photoshop. And for the format, make sure it is set to JPEG. Quality set to the maximum, which is 7 for this case. Resample set to bicubic sharper, and make sure under color space you have checked Convert to sRGB and Embed Color Profile, and click on Export. So this is how you can easily save the image. So this is all for this video, and let me show you the before and after for this. This is the image before after. This is how you can edit in Photoshop from the start to the very end. And in case you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to like the video, and don't forget to subscribe if at all you have been watching and you are not a subscriber to this channel. Ronnix from Ronnixphotography. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in more videos on this channel. Don't forget, keep practicing and also keep creating.